All right, so today we're going down to the build site for the new house, and we're gonna get started. Today's the first day really working out there. It's the first day. It is March 20th, 2021, and I've got some gear ready here. I'm going to show you the gear that I've got, and then we're going to walk back there and get to work. Today we're really just kind of select some trees. We're going to drop some trees, hopefully fell some trees, get some logs ready, everything like that. So I'm just going to show you what I have here to go that we're going to bring back there. I've driven around to the other side of the property here. Coming down the hill from the house by foot is, you know, and then you have to cross the brook, which is ice and everything like that, just dangerous. So we've driven around to the access road on the other side, and we're gonna walk in. So first of all, of course, I've got my chainsaw. So this is a Rancher 460, 24-inch bar, pretty self-explanatory. Chainsaw. And with the chainsaw, we're gonna need a little bit of safety gear. I always recommend, and so we've got a forestry helmet with hearing protection and a screen here that's gonna keep wood chips and debris and stuff from flying up in my face, and anything from, you know, branches or whatever that might drop on my head. So we've got that. Okay, we've also got a set of chainsaw chaps here, protect your legs. So if the saw were to kick back and hit your leg, this is filled with a like a PVC filament that will actually wrap up in the chainsaw and stop the saw. Hopefully before it cuts all the way through and into your leg. It's got Kevlar and everything like that. So we're gonna be using that. And of course I've got gas and bar and chain oil for the chainsaw. We've got a set of felling wedges. They're gonna help us safely control the way and when and how the trees are gonna fall. So those are important as well. And in my backpack here, let's see here. We have, here's a tripod for the camera. I've got, this is just a cover for the camera if it were to rain or mist or anything like that for the DSLR. And of course, the camera itself is in this hard case. It is a Canon Rebel DSLR. What I'm filming with right now is a GoPro Hero 9, and I've got my cell phone too, so hopefully between the three we can get some really good shots and good video. And then this is kind of new. I haven't tried it out yet. I wanted a shorter handled little axe, and this was actually on sale. This is a Fiskars 23-inch. I'm gonna be using this for pounding wedges and if we need the axe head for anything. And let's see, that may be it here. Oh, I've got some we got some flagging tape and marking paint so I can mark out trees if I need. And then actually up front I've got my water bottle, and that should be it. I was gonna bring my snowshoes because the snow is kind of still deep in places. I wasn't sure how deep it was gonna be over here, and I forgot them, so we're just gonna have to wade through it. Oh, and the other thing, I am carrying a sidearm. We've had lots of coyote attacks recently, and so keeping that with me for protection. That's a Springfield XD45, and I also have chainsaw tools up front there too for any adjustments, sharpening, anything like that that we're gonna need. So I've got a solar battery charger so we can keep phones and or the cameras and such charged, multi-tool, and I think that's pretty much it. So let me get geared up here. All right, we got all packed up here, got my chainsaw, and we're gonna head back. We got some deep snow to get through. That's not too bad, at least so far, but there's probably gonna be some patches that are a little deeper. Now this route I'm taking in right now is eventually going to be the driveway back to the house when we get it all cleared out and all that work done. But right now I'm working on clearing out the house site. So this is where you got that, this snow is where you got that frozen crust on top, and you'll take 2-3 steps on top of it, and that next step you sink. It's kind of a pain to walk through, but we'll get through it here.
sound right, boy. Sound right, boy. Sound right, boy. Sound right, boy.
Smell the pine. Right here we have a hink, and we're losing diameter, so there's a good spot right here. Undercut it, and there we go. That's timber, and this is firewood. There goes the GoPro. So there we go. I'm gonna measure this out in bucket. Since I don't know exactly what this will be, I'm gonna probably cut it at about 16 and a half, 17 feet. So I could get a 16-foot beam out of it, or I could get 2/8 with a little extra to cut off on the end. square things up. So we'll measure the total length and figure out what I'm going to do with it. But as you see, I saw that little branch. I mean, that wouldn't have probably seriously hurt me, but you know, it would have given me a bump on the head. So that's why you wear, you know, the safety equipment, the forestry helmet or whatever, you know, just to, I wouldn't have been hurt by it, but it would have been unpleasant. Well, that's it for today. Walking out of here. Didn't get as much done as I wanted to today, but I got a late start. I had to pack a lot of equipment back here that weather's supposed to be just fine, so I'm leaving a lot of the heavier stuff back here so that I don't have to bring it tomorrow. I'm basically just packing out the camera equipment. I didn't get some footage here toward the end because my batteries go dead on me. So, so we really just got the one tree felled, and I got two 12-foot and one 8-foot log out of it. So eventually we're going to be cutting some 16-footers for the main house, but I'm going to need extensions for my mill before that happens. So the max length that my mill can do right now is 12.5, and I do have some 12-foot lumber that I'm going to need to cut. So I had some two really good sections of 12-foot, and then I had an 8-foot off the top of that. So you know, I could have felled more trees today, but I learned a long time ago it's better to take your time and deal with all the slash and get everything cleaned up from one tree before you go cut another. It doesn't pay to go cut a whole bunch of trees and then you know, then you have a giant mess you have to sort through to clean up. So it's better to take your time, you know, cut a tree, limit, bucket, get so you end up with some firewood pieces, get those stacked up, and then get all the slash dealt with, cut up, burned, whatever you're doing with it, but deal with the slash and get all of that mess from the one tree cleaned up before you move on to the next. I've just found that that's the best way to do it. I mean, if you've got big equipment that can come and just, you know, haul away all the slash and all the logs and everything in one shot, it may not be as big of a deal. But I found when you're doing it by hand like this, you know, get one tree totally squared away and cleaned up, all the slash dealt with before you even think about cutting the next. So we got one done, and hopefully we'll get a few more done tomorrow. So that's the update today for March what is it? I believe it's the 20th. Yeah, March 20th, 2021. That's the update.